that isn't meant for you. All right, Leo, let's get into your reading. So the message coming in strong today is this, and it might actually catch you off guard. There are things being said about you right now, real conversations that you have zero idea about. This person has been opening up, talking to people close to them about what you truly mean. The words leaving their mouth when your name surfaces would shock you if you ever heard them. Not in a harmful way, not in a negative way. This carries weight you did not expect. What they express about you behind closed doors paints a picture you have never seen of yourself. These are not casual mentions either. This person brings you up with urgency and raw vulnerability. Their voice shifts when they speak of you, and the people around them have noticed that change. Something inside them cracked open, and every feeling they tried to bury came flooding out at once. Let us come in close today, because the cards are confirming every single bit of this energy. Here is our first card, and it is the Tower sitting right at the front of this reading. The Tower in this position, with this specific energy around it, does not point toward ruin or chaos. What it reveals in this spread, without any question, is that a massive truth surfaced behind the scenes. This person experienced a sudden internal collapse, a moment where pretending about you became fully impossible. Every barrier they constructed, every excuse they leaned on to stay distant, shattered in one wave. The Tower confirms that raw honesty broke through, and they could not control what came out of them. They found themselves saying your name to people who had never even heard them mention you before. The confession was unplanned, the vulnerability was unscripted, and it left them exposed in ways they feared. What strikes me about this card, in this exact position, is how fast the shift happened for them. One moment they were holding everything together, and the next moment your name just poured out of them. The Tower does not care about timing. It does not wait until you are ready for the truth. We also have the Nine of Swords, and this card sits heavy right beside the Tower here. The Nine of Swords tells me in no uncertain terms that this person has been losing sleep. Their mind races when the world gets quiet, thoughts of you circling on repeat with no off switch. Late at night, when distractions fade and silence takes over, you are all that fills their head. What haunts them most, what they cannot seem to escape, is the fear that you may never know. They wonder constantly, replaying every interaction, asking themselves if you felt what they felt in those moments. The anxiety this card holds is not rooted in negativity. It springs from how deeply they care. Every unspoken word sits heavy on their chest, pressing down harder with each day that passes by. They rehearse conversations with you in their mind, things they wish they had the courage to say. This card does not let them rest. It keeps pulling your face and your voice into their thoughts. The Nine of Swords confirms that silence, for this person, has become its own form of suffering. Their pillow knows your name better than most people do, and that is not an exaggeration at all. Then we have the Star, and this is where the entire reading takes a beautiful and powerful turn. The Star confirms that what they feel for you, despite every restless night, is pure and deeply sincere. This is not infatuation. This is not a temporary wave. This person carries something real inside for you. What this card radiates, in the middle of all their anxious energy, is an unshakable sense of hope. They believe at the core of everything, without wavering once, that you belong in their life somehow. No matter how their mind tortures them, no matter how many sleepless hours they endure over this, that belief in you, that quiet certainty about what you are to them, refuses to fade or crack. Their feelings for you, wrapped in all that anxiety and longing, still glow with something undeniable. The star washes over all that fear and chaos, reminding them that what they feel is worth protecting. Every word they speak about you, to whoever will listen, comes from a place of aching honesty. They talk about you because holding it inside became something their heart simply could no longer manage. The cards today leave absolutely no room for doubt. This person speaks your name with deep intention. Now, there is something stirring inside of you, and you have been carrying it longer than you realize. You feel it in your chest, that heaviness that shows up when your mind drifts to certain places. Part of you knows what the cards are about to confirm, even if you refuse to name it. The truth is, you have been sitting in your own silence, holding feelings you cannot fully organize. Your heart wants one thing, your mind wants another, and the tension between them pulls at you constantly. Nobody around you sees the full picture because you have mastered the art of keeping composure intact. On the surface, you look steady. You look like everything is figured out and perfectly under control. Underneath that exterior, there is a storm of unprocessed emotion you have not allowed yourself to feel. Let us go deeper into this, because the cards are picking up on exactly where you stand emotionally. Our first card here is the Queen of Cups, and she lands perfectly for your current energy. The Queen of Cups mirrors your state right now, sitting with deep emotion while maintaining quiet outer strength. You hold so much feeling inside, more than most people would ever guess just by looking at you. Your intuition has been screaming at you lately, sending signals that your rational mind keeps trying to override. You sense things before they happen. You pick up on energy shifts, and you doubt yourself for it. The Queen of Cups confirms your gut feeling about all of this has been accurate from the start. Trusting it fully means accepting something vulnerable, and your pride is not quite ready for that surrender. There is a softness locked behind your calm face, and the weight of guarding it exhausts you. Your emotions run deeper than anyone gives you credit for, and that depth sometimes feels like a burden. You absorb everything around you, every shift in mood, every unspoken word, and it drains you quietly. The Queen of Cups never appears for those who feel lightly. She only arrives for deep feelers. Next, we have the Five of Pentacles, and this card catches me off guard with its honesty here. The Five of Pentacles reveals a loneliness you carry, one that nobody around you has fully recognized yet. You have felt left out in the cold emotionally, standing outside warmth that feels just out of reach. Even surrounded by people, even in rooms full of noise, a quiet isolation follows you everywhere lately. Connection at a level that most conversations cannot touch. That is what you crave and rarely receive. The Five of Pentacles tells me you have questioned your own worth recently, wondering if you deserve more. Not in a dramatic way, but in those quiet moments where doubt creeps in and settles without permission. You have asked yourself whether the love you pour out ever gets returned at the same depth. That question sits with you at night, unanswered, circling your mind like something you cannot put down. The emotional exhaustion of giving without receiving equally has started to reshape how you protect your energy. Pulling back slightly was not born from anger. It came from a weariness your soul needs acknowledged. Then we have the Hermit, and this card confirms what you have been doing instinctively on your own. The Hermit shows that you withdrew inward, choosing solitude over surface-level connections that left you feeling hollow. You need space to process, room to hear your own voice without everyone else crowding it with noise. That withdrawal is not weakness, but wisdom, and the cards recognize the courage it takes to step back. You have been sitting with hard questions, turning them over slowly, refusing to rush toward easy answers. The Hermit validates that period of reflection, confirming that your silence has been teaching you everything needed. Clarity is closer than you think, even when it feels like you are standing completely still in fog. The answers forming quietly in your stillness, those are the ones you can actually trust going forward. The isolation you chose, even when it stung, was the exact medicine your spirit required at this time. Your intuition led you to this exact moment, and the cards confirm you are precisely where you belong. The Hermit reminds you that solitude chosen with intention, without exception, leads back to your deepest truth. Every card in this spread, without exception, points toward a version of you that holds the answer within. Okay, the energy shifting in right now is entirely about what is happening inside of this person. Their emotional world at this very moment is anything but calm or settled beneath the surface. They walk around pretending everything is fine, but internally they are caught in a spiral they cannot name. What drives them, what keeps pulling them back toward thoughts of you, goes far deeper than attraction. This person carries a weight they have not shared with anybody, and that weight has your name attached. Their pride tells them to stay composed, but their heart has been waging a war against that decision. Every instinct inside them screams to reach out, and every fear inside them whispers to stay quiet instead. That internal battle between what they want and what they feel safe doing defines their state right now. The tension between longing and fear has become the loudest thing inside them, drowning out everything else. Let us see what the cards are showing today, because their energy is loud and impossible to ignore. Our first card for their side is the King of Wands, and this one speaks volumes about them. The King of Wands reveals a person burning with passion, with drive, yet terrified of where it leads. This person is not passive by nature. They are bold and magnetic, but you disarm them completely. Around everyone else, they command the room. They own their presence. They move with undeniable confidence. Around you, though, all of that armor melts, and they become a stranger they barely recognize in themselves. The King of Wands tells me their fire for you is not casual. It consumes their thought patterns. They catch themselves daydreaming about scenarios with you, conversations that have not happened yet inside reality. They have never felt this intensity toward anybody, and that unfamiliarity rattles them to their core. Their usual control, their ability to stay detached and calculated, crumbles the second your energy enters the room. What frightens them most is not the feeling itself, but how powerless they become facing it. The King of Wands does not kneel easily, yet this person finds themselves kneeling before what you stir. Their ego resists it, their logic fights it, but their soul keeps circling back to you without permission. Next, we have the Moon, and this card opens up the hidden emotional layers they refuse to show. The Moon confirms that confusion clouds their mind, not about whether they care, but about what to do. They second guess themselves constantly, rewriting internal scripts about you that never seem to reach a final draft. Fear of rejection sits beneath every thought they have, a shadow they cannot shake no matter what they do. The Moon reveals that their feelings for you exist in a space between certainty and absolute terror. They know exactly what they want, but admitting it out loud would make it real and irreversible. That terrifies them, because once spoken aloud, there is no returning to the illusion it does not exist. Illusions they built about being fine without you, about not needing this, have started cracking from within. The Moon does not allow pretending. It drags buried truth upward, whether they want it surfaced or not. Their subconscious replays moments with you, small details they memorized without even realizing they were doing it. A glance you gave them, a sentence you spoke once, lives rent-free inside their restless thoughts. Then we have the Six of Cups, and this card uncovers the root of everything they feel. The Six of Cups tells me their bond with you is not new. It carries a deeper origin. Something about you triggers a feeling of home in them, a comfort they have searched for everywhere else. They associate you with safety, with a version of love that feels pure and uncomplicated at its foundation. The Six of Cups confirms that nostalgia wraps around every thought of you, warming them from the inside. That warmth is not something they chose, it found them, and now it refuses to leave their system. Past memories shared between you two, no matter how small, replay in their mind like treasured recordings. They hold on to those moments tighter than you realize, guarding them like precious artifacts inside their chest. The depth of their attachment, even they cannot explain. It just lives inside them like a permanent ache. What the Six of Cups makes undeniable is that their attachment to you runs through their deepest roots. This person does not feel casually about you. Every card confirms their emotional world revolves around your presence. So what the cards are picking up now is movement, real tangible shifts that are already in motion. This person has reached a tipping point, and the decisions forming inside them are becoming impossible to delay. They are done sitting still, done circling the same thoughts, and something in them has finally locked in. A switch flipped recently, and the hesitation that kept them frozen has started to dissolve on its own. Their next move is not theoretical anymore. It is something they are actively preparing for behind the scenes. You may not see it yet, but the wheels are turning, and their direction points straight toward you. Plans are being made quietly, steps are being calculated, and none of this is happening by accident. This person has made a conscious choice to stop watching from a distance and start closing the gap. The gap between intention and execution for them has officially shrunk to almost nothing at all. Let us dive into this because the cards lay out exactly what they are about to do. Our first card here is the Eight of Wands, and this card is pure speed and forward momentum. The Eight of Wands confirms that delays are officially over and things are about to accelerate very quickly. This person is done overthinking, done weighing every outcome, and they have chosen to act without hesitation. Communication is coming, a message or a reach out that carries weight and arrives faster than you expect. The Eight of Wands does not tiptoe, it rushes forward, and that is how their approach will feel. Expect sudden contact, a text, a call, a gesture that breaks through the silence with undeniable urgency. They have rehearsed what they want to say, and now they are gathering the nerve to deliver it. The timing of their move will catch you off guard because they will not wait for perfect conditions. Eight of Wands energy does not believe in waiting. It believes in striking while conviction is still hot. Their momentum builds with every passing hour, and the window for action feels urgent to them now. Their outreach will feel direct, purposeful, and loaded with an intention that leaves no room for misinterpretation. Whatever form their contact takes, it will carry a tone you have never heard from them before. Next, we have the Chariot, and this card confirms that their willpower has fully committed to a direction. The Chariot shows a person who grabbed the reins, deciding that indecision is no longer acceptable. They are moving toward you with focused determination, clearing obstacles that previously kept them standing in place. Excuses they once relied on to justify distance have been dismantled, one by one, inside their own mind. The Chariot tells me they are not approaching you casually. They are approaching with full, deliberate force. Distractions that used to pull their attention elsewhere have lost all power over them at this stage. Their focus has narrowed entirely, and every decision they make in the coming days funnels back toward you. The Chariot does not reverse course once it starts, and this person has already crossed that threshold. They will show up differently than before, with a clarity in their actions that was missing until now. Old patterns of avoidance, of pulling back right when things got close, are being overridden by new resolve. You will notice a shift in how they carry themselves around you, more present and more intentionally visible. You will feel the difference before they even speak. Their energy alone will announce that something has changed. Then we have the Page of Swords, and this card reveals the strategy behind their upcoming move. The Page of Swords tells me they are gathering information, watching closely, preparing their approach with precision. They have been paying attention to your patterns, your schedule, your responses, looking for the right opening. This is not impulsive despite the speed. Careful thought is woven into every step they plan to take. The Page of Swords confirms they want the right words at the right moment to land it. Their preparation is meticulous, almost surgical, because they understand that this opportunity cannot be wasted or fumbled. They know they get one real chance to shift things, and they absolutely refuse to misfire on it. The Page of Swords combined with the Chariot and Eight of Wands creates unstoppable forward motion toward you. Every card here confirms one thing. This person is no longer thinking about acting, they are acting. Now, what the cards are uncovering here goes beneath everything this person has shown you so far. There are confessions trapped inside them. Words they have swallowed so many times they forgot how to speak. What they hide from you, what they bury under composure and silence, would change everything if it surfaced. Their mouth says one thing, but their chest holds a completely different truth that never reaches their lips. They rehearse conversations with you that will never happen, pouring out truths only their own walls hear. The gap between what they show you and what they actually feel could fill an entire ocean twice. Beneath every controlled interaction, beneath every measured word, lives a desperation they refuse to let you witness. Their deepest confession is not complicated. It is terrifyingly simple. And that simplicity is what paralyzes them. They want you, wholly and without condition. And admitting that even to themselves feels like free fall. Come in close, because what the cards reveal next is the rawest part of this entire reading. Our first card here is the Ace of Cups, and this card holds their most vulnerable secret. The Ace of Cups confirms that this person is completely, overwhelmingly, and irreversibly in love with you. Not infatuation, not admiration, not curiosity. This is the kind of love that rewrites a person from within. They have never told a single soul the full depth of what they carry for you inside them. The version of their feelings that others know about is a watered-down fraction of the real thing. What they actually feel could bring them to their knees, and that vulnerability terrifies them beyond measure. The Ace of Cups shows a heart that overflows, constantly spilling over with feelings they cannot contain anymore. They dream about a life with you, not in vague terms, but in painfully specific, vivid detail. Morning routines together, quiet evenings on a couch, laughter that fills rooms neither of you have entered yet. Those fantasies are not casual daydreams. They are blueprints for a future they ache to build with you. The Ace of Cups does not appear for shallow connections. It surfaces only when love has consumed everything. Next, we have the Devil, and this card exposes the confession they guard most fiercely of all. The Devil reveals an obsessive quality to their feelings, a pull toward you that they cannot rationalize away. They are addicted to the thought of you, chained to a craving that tightens every time they resist. Late at night, their mind wanders to places they would never admit. Thoughts of you they keep locked. The Devil confirms that their desire for you crosses every boundary they have tried to set for themselves. They have told themselves 100 times to let this go, to move forward, to choose something easier. Every single attempt failed, because what they feel for you is not something willpower can override or erase. The Devil does not show up for connections you can walk away from. It appears for unbreakable ones. Their secret is that they do not want freedom from you, even when the intensity scares them. Freedom from you, if offered on a silver platter right now, would be something they quietly refuse. They want to be consumed by this. They want to surrender fully. And that admission shames them deeply. Then we have the Seven of Cups. And this card unveils the fantasies they will never speak aloud. The Seven of Cups tells me they imagine multiple futures, and you exist in every single one. Some fantasies are tender, quiet moments of closeness that make them feel safe enough to finally exhale. Other fantasies carry heat, intensity, a raw hunger for closeness that goes beyond anything words can capture. The Seven of Cups confirms their imagination, when it comes to you, operates without any filters at all. They picture telling you everything, watching your face as the truth lands, hoping you do not pull away. That specific fantasy, the one where they finally confess, replays on a loop they cannot shut down. What they want most, more than anything else in this world, is to hear you say it back. The deepest confession is not that they want you, it is that they need you to choose them. Their deepest fear, wrapped inside their deepest desire, is that you might never say their name back. Every card here strips away the mask, revealing a person drowning in unspoken love aimed entirely at you. Okay, the cards are now shifting into what unfolds next, and the energy ahead is undeniably powerful. The near future holds a moment of contact, a collision of truth that neither of you can avoid. This person crosses the line they've been standing behind, and when they do, everything transforms permanently. Their silence breaks open in a way that leaves no room for misinterpretation or casual dismissal afterward. What arrives from them will feel sudden, but understand that it has been building for far longer. The timing of this shift lands within weeks, not months, and the momentum behind it is already locked. You will feel the weight of their words when they land, because nothing about them is rehearsed lightly. Their confession reaches you in a form that demands your full attention, leaving no space to look away. Their confession reaches you raw, unfiltered, carrying every ounce of what they have been holding behind silence. Let us go ahead and get into it, because the final cards confirm exactly what approaches your path. Our first card here is Judgment, and this card signals a moment of complete reckoning between you two. Judgment confirms that the past gets revisited, old chapters reopen, and honest reflection replaces avoidance at last. This person comes to you with accountability, owning their hesitation, naming their fear, holding nothing back anymore. The energy of Judgment strips absolutely everything down to bare truth, and pretending becomes physically impossible for them. What follows that reckoning, if you allow it in, is a connection rebuilt on a much deeper foundation. Next, we have the Ten of Cups, and this card paints the clearest picture of where this leads. The Ten of Cups confirms emotional fulfillment, a bond that reaches the level both of you actually deserve. Happiness that felt distant or unrealistic starts becoming tangible, something you can touch and trust without doubt. The Ten of Cups only appears when the foundation beneath the connection is strong enough to sustain. Then we have the Two of Wands, confirming that a shared future is not fantasy, but genuine possibility. The Two of Wands confirms decisions about your shared future are actively being shaped in days ahead. New territory opens up, plans begin forming, and the direction of this connection finally gains real clarity. Here is my guidance for you as you move through everything these cards have laid on the table. Stay open, even when your instinct tells you to guard yourself, because what approaches you deserves a chance. Do not punish their timing or hold their hesitation against them. They carried this longer than you know. Meet their vulnerability with the same grace you would want if the roles were reversed between you. Trust what your body tells you when their energy shifts. Your intuition has been right all along. Release the need to control how this unfolds, and let the rawness of their truth speak for itself. You are allowed to receive love this deep, even if you have forgotten what that feels like. Today confirmed it. What they say about you will shock you. Only watch if you can handle it. Every card confirmed it. The Tower revealed a truth that shattered their walls without warning or permission. The Nine of Swords showed sleepless nights consumed by you. And the Star promised sincerity beneath the chaos. The Queen of Cups mirrored your depth. The Five of Pentacles named your loneliness. The Hermit honored solitude. The King of Wands exposed their fire. The Moon uncovered confusion. The Six of Cups traced the deepest roots. The Eight of Wands launched movement. The Chariot locked their direction. The Page of Swords sharpened their approach. The Ace of Cups confirmed love. The Devil exposed obsession. The Seven of Cups unveiled hidden fantasies. Judgment called for reckoning. The Ten of Cups promised fulfillment. The Two of Wands opened a shared path. 21 cards, every single one pointing in the same direction, telling the same unshakable, undeniable story. This connection is real. What they feel is real. And what is coming toward you deserves your trust. Thank you for being here today, for sitting with this message and letting it reach you fully. I appreciate every single one of you, and I am sending you all my love and